Let's get down to brass tacks. Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, ready to rock and roll Monday night, and hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic beginning of your weekend. We're here to continue our tier list for ranking all of the Scream characters. And if you were not here last week, it was a fantastic beginning to this. So many characters, and we had great discussion, not only on the panel, but also you guys in the live chat. So speaking of the live chat, let me just say a blanket hello to all of you guys. Thank you for joining us. As always, we really appreciate that. It makes a difference. We got Super Tenor in the house. What's up, Super Tenor? And we got Jen, who's going to be on the panel. What's up, Jen? How you doing? Ooh, we got you muted.
Mute.
There you go.
I got kicked out of the chat.
That's okay. No problem at all. And we also have joining us on the panel, once again, we've got Rachel coming in. Hey, Rachel, what's up?
Hey, guys. Hey, Scream fans. We're looking
There you
forward
go.
to tonight.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can't see you.
You can't?
You're not on my computer, and on my TV you're frozen.
Really?
Yeah, you're frozen on my computer as well. I think your
Okay.
camera might have just, frozen at the moment.
Okay. All right. I'm going to back out and back in. But hey to Val as well, and all you guys jumping on. Let's see. Hold on one second. Let me just back out and come back in.
Hey, Jen, we can run the party now.
Yeah.
Can you though?
Take over.
Damn, he's still watching.
All right, hold on.
Plotting a coup.
It's ladies' night.
Yes.
Just before this started, I watched last week's again. It was
fun, wasn't it?
fun. Yeah.
There he is. He's back. He's come back to keep us in line.
There we go. All right. You never know what's gonna happen with StreamYard. Hey, what's up, T Parker? Good to see you as well. Hope you're doing good. And we got Melissa, we got Julie, and the rest of you guys. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And Jason. Okay. Hey, Atrol. And we got Gene. Okay, I think I caught up to just about everyone. And everyone else joining in, welcome. Okay, so we started our tier list for the Scream characters. It's been a lot of fun, but we got a lot of people left. Okay.
Yeah.
we got tons of people left. So let's do this. Just as a quick recap for those who may not have been here last week, or those who may need to be kind of reminded what we got going on. We've got multiple categories. We've got the cream, which means that character is fantastic, masterpiece level. We absolutely adore them, and so forth. That's our top level, our best level. The next level is favorite scary movie, which obviously would be below cream. And then next, we'd have Carnage Candy, meaning you think the character's okay, no big problems. You could take them or leave them. Billy's Mother is where we start to get some issues, because we're not a big fan of that character whatsoever. And
I thought
then
you were going to change that.
to what? Oh, to Richie's father.
Richie's father.
It won't let me. You know, I actually did try to change it, but I didn't have enough space in the box.
Aw.
I know that would have been funny. And then we've got, as our good friend Randy said, the fuck you. And that's basically the last category. That is the characters that we absolutely do not like. They shouldn't have been in the movie. They didn't do anything for us, and so forth and so forth. Okay. So for you guys in the chat, let us know where you'd put these characters. Let's have a discussion. We won't be able to get to everyone. But if you do send in a super chat, we'll make sure we get to your comment and or question, and also helps to support the channel. We'd appreciate it. Okay, so ladies, looking at what we've got next up on the list, we've got Tatum. Tatum is next up. Obviously, Rose McGowan from the OG Scream. Rachel, where should Tatum go?
Tatum is cream. I mean, hello. She is so awesome. First of all, she gets some of the best lines in the movie. Her whole impression of Sydney taking out Gail. Bam, bitch went down. Plus, her death scene was still possibly my favorite horror movie kill ever. So
Really?
much fun. I love, because you never think of using a garage door as
True.
a murder weapon, you know?
Now you do.
Plus, I do love her whole, what is this? I spit on your garage. Like, she just gets some of the best lines. I also love that she doesn't go down without a fight. The way she just starts hurling beer bottles at Ghostface, like, yeah, girl, you're awesome. And look, she was one of those deaths that we obviously, watching the movie, you could kind of tell that she was going to go. It's a slasher movie, people die. But if I could bring back anyone in the franchise, it would be Tatum. I love Tatum. So she is the cream for me.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That would be the one person you'd bring back. That's pretty cool. Wow. I didn't even think to ask that question, but that's a pretty interesting concept to think about. If you could pick one character,
one person.
All right. So you think to the cream? Okay. Jen, what about you? What do you think about Tatum? Where does Tatum?
I definitely put her in the cream too. She was great. She's a great character. She was a great friend to Sydney. She was wonderful. Why she thought she could fit through the cat door, I don't know.
Hey, sometimes you got to take a chance, right?
Yeah, but she was awesome.
All right, she was. I love Tatum as well, and definitely her personality was infectious. And I think what was also cool is, the chemistry she had with David Arquette. I think that was really fun. A little bit of their banter here and there. If I could have had a little bit of more of that, that would have been really, really fun.
Yes, agree.
But yeah, but it's always good to have them. Keep them wanting more. So, but I agree. I think we got to go with the cream on that too for Tatum. For you guys in the chat, looks as though, people are agreeing with that. Jason, Val. All right.
She had like the best meta line too, when Dewey said, "He's my superior," and she says, "The janitor."
Superior.
Yeah, he was. The janitor in the school was Wes Craven. So
that's true.
That's true.
Is very true.
That's so
very,
true.
very true.
Yeah.
So good.
That's a good one. Hey, Sarah. Sarah's in the chat. All right.
So I think Jason sent us a super chat just a little bit earlier, saying we need a knitting needle tier.
Oh, wow.
What does that mean? He said that last week too.
Well, he's referencing our Halloween tier list.
Yeah, when we were doing our Halloween tier, I was threatening to go after Jason with some knitting needles because he was, I think he was disrespecting one of my girls or something like that. So
yeah, it was something like that.
With Laurie's knitting needles, so he's never forgotten.
There you go. There you go. Jason, thank you so much for the super chat, man. We appreciate it. Much appreciated. And also for you guys jumping in, we got other people jumping in. Please make sure you hit the like button. We'd appreciate it. Let's see. Quadwell, welcome to the chat. Hope you are doing well. Okay. And so it looks as though we're going to have to put Tatum in the cream category. She's got to go up there.
Definitely.
She's got to go up there. There was no other way to go, in my opinion. So right now, also, just to remind you guys who we have in our list from last week that we started, we've got Randy, we've got Scream 2's Sydney, we've got Dewey, we've got Billy, we've got Roman, we've got Sam, and now we've got Tatum that are in the cream category. And obviously, down below, favorite scary movie. And then we've got Carnage Candy, we got a couple people. Billy's mother, we got a couple people. But I just wanted to get to the final level, the fuck you. And Charlie was like unanimous.
Yeah.
Jen led the charge on Charlie, and also Ethan. We wanted to throw that out for you guys that were not here last week. Okay, let's. And we got Super Tenor is gifting a membership. Thank you so much, Super Tenor. We appreciate that. Very kind of you. Looks as though it went to Darth. Darth is back in the fold with us. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Definitely give a shout out to Super Tenor. Very kind and generous when folks do that, and it's really cool. It really is. Yeah, you're awesome, man. You really are. Hey, Strange Monkeys in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. Okay, ladies, I've been kind of waiting for this one. There's a couple characters I'm just waiting to hear your thoughts on. But next up, we've got the only superhero to have appeared in the entire Scream franchise. The only superhero. His origin story is of legend, okay? Is of absolute legend. And I could only be talking about from Scream 6, Chad, the Terminator. Rachel, what? Rachel, where should we put Mr. Invincible?
I love Chad in Scream 6. He levels up so much because, like, in Scream 5,
literally
he's kind of just there, but he really does. Like, when he survived Scream 6, it was like, dude, what are you made of? Teflon? Like, come on, it is ridiculous. But other than that, Chad in this movie, he is so awesome. I mean, I feel like he kind of becomes the heart of the team. I mean, the core four is so cute, and I just love the way he's so enthusiastic about it. I love that he's kind of a bridge between Tara and Sam. You know, he's got some really cute moments where he's telling Tara, you know, don't be too hard on your sister. She's just looking out for you. He's got, again, some of my favorite lines. I love him and Mindy. I love when Mindy's doing her whole big speech, and she's like, and this isn't the worst part. And he's just like, this is the part where she gets to the worst part, because, you know, he's heard this speech 1,000 times before. And of course, the beheadings line. I absolutely love beheadings. So good. Look, I love Chad. My personal bias for Chad would probably edge him up towards Cream, but I would be happy to put him in Fave Scary Movie as well if you guys aren't as up on Chad as I am. I just think he's so great in this one. He just, especially considering he was kind of a very background character in the fifth one, and I feel like in this, they really, you know, step him up and give him a lot to do. Plus, I actually think he's also really cute with Ethan at the frat party when he's all like, come on, man, you know, you're a snack. You're an entire meal. Come on, you can do it. And he's trying to, you know, like, be his wingman. And he saves Tara from the creepy, you know, borderline party rapist dude. So Chad for me is Cream, but I'm okay with putting him in Fave Scary Movie if you guys don't quite agree.
All right. Well, hey, everybody loves a hero, right? And he's the most super of all heroes that have ever appeared in this franchise. Okay, Jen, if you're catching my meaning, Jen,
you mean Swiss Chad?
Swiss Chad, that's right. Instead of Swiss Chard. Yeah,
love it.
I will definitely put Swiss Chad from Scream 6 in Cream.
Wow. All right. Okay, let's see what these guys are saying, and then I'm gonna rant. T. Parker says Chad's my favorite scary movie. If Chad died in 6, he would have been placed in the Cream for me. Would have been an emotional and brutal kill. Absolutely, that is 100% well said. I think, and listen, I mean, obviously, Mason's just doing what he's asked to do, and he did it well. It was great dialogue, but I remember I had put out a video where, you know, even Radio Silence, they said, look, man, we went beyond the line of reality. You know, it was too many stabs. And originally there was going to be more.
Oh God.
There was going to be a few more.
Oh
And I'm like,
dear.
and I'm like, come on, guys. If he had just, you know what I'm saying? At this point, what can't he survive? You know?
Mhm.
But again, it's not Mason's fault. It's not Mason's fault.
No.
Val saying Robo Chad's my favorite scary movie. All right. Jeff is going with the cream. Let's see. Who else? We got DJ in the chat. What's up, DJ? Good to see you. Gene is going with the cream. Melissa's going with the cream. Julie just has the Swiss cheese. And that means it could be level 2 or all the way down to the FU. That's what that means. Super Tedder said cream. He's hard to kill. Yeah, literally he is.
Yeah.
Literally. Oh man, T Parker said only beheadings will kill Chad. It's true, man. Look, you know, you guys said it really well too. I mean, he was a very likable character in this movie. He leveled up. He had some great dialogue with so many of the characters and the whole core 4 thing. You know, he really did become the heart of it. I definitely agree with that, no doubt about it. He is Iron Man, Jeff.
Yeah, he is.
Julie says by cheese I meant favorite scary movie. Yeah, you know, I listen, and I really enjoy Chad in this movie, but I have to agree, he's got to go to favorite scary movie for me. I think because here's the thing, at least for me, the way I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the character and how I felt about them in the movie, and obviously feeling about them is what they did, what they didn't do, what they were made to do, and so forth. And I'm just saying, and I don't get me wrong, there's a part of me that's glad he survived, obviously. And at the time, I was thinking, okay, now we can continue the story with him, right?
Yes.
And it's not looking like that's going to happen for now. But the other part of me, I remember in the theater, I looked over to Corey. He's alive? What? How did that happen? Like everybody was just coming out of the woodwork. Mindy, everyone's like, "We're alive!" It's like
it's so true, isn't it?
So many survivors. We had the most ghost face killers of all time. We had the most. Look, we had a survivor. We became Survivor. That's what it was. Yes. It was like an episode of Survivor. That's what
everybody was saying, that he was the new Dewey.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He took it to the next level. Oh my God. All right, but look, I think for me, I think that we got to go with favorite scary movie. I think that's where we got to go.
I'm happy for him to go there. I mean, it's still a high tier. It's still showing that he's still a solid character. And yeah, I'm happy for him to go there. And I think if we'd gotten that final movie, then we really would have seen, you know, where they were going to go. Because I have a feeling that they saved all of them so that we'd have a massive, big, bloody showdown. I have a feeling that they were going to go for like maybe a big massacre in the final one, but obviously that didn't happen. So we have to take that into account. Yeah,
I totally agree. And think about this too. And again, for you guys that weren't here last week, in this list for favorite scary movie, I mean, we've got great characters. Tara, we've got Mindy, we've got you know, Mrs. Loomis. So he's and we got obviously
good company.
Gail and Cece. Yeah, he's in good company as far as these particular characters. So,
and you know, the way they left it off, Chad and Gail were both still in the hospital. Anything could have happened.
They
could have died.
Jen's still hoping for the bloodbath.
Well, I really think that it's time for Gail to kick it.
And we'll obviously get to Gail at some point too, but I was so surprised too. I was like, well, there you go. Courtney Cox wanted that in Scream 4. Okay, she wanted a death, and it didn't happen. But anyways. All right, so we got Chad in favorite scary movie. Super Tenny, you're right. Chad is the Highlander. You know, he is an immortal. That's right.
Yep.
No doubt at all. He's great though. He's great. Shout out to Mason. Okay, next up, we've got Casey. We got Casey Becker from the OG. Rachel, where does Casey have to go?
I feel like I'm being really generous with this ranking, but it's Scream. The characters are just so good. It's Casey
They are.
Becker. She is the phone call that started it all. She's
Right.
the Drew Barrymore that, fake out that we all went, oh, here's our final girl. Oh, crap. This is a different kind of movie. And she is so full of sass. She has so much fun on the phone. And I just love her little banter back and forth with Ghostface. That whole opening scene, I mean, that could be a mini movie in and of itself. And if you didn't have a character and an actress like Drew and a character like Casey, it just wouldn't make it. So yeah, Casey's the cream. Casey's going to go up to the cream, because without her, we wouldn't have the movies.
All right. Okay. I'm digging it. Jen, how about you? What do we think about Casey?
If there were only the one movie, I would put her at Scream. But since we had many more movies, I have to put her at favorite scary movie, just because, yes, of course, I will never forget her and her kill, but we've moved off of her.
Okay.
Fair enough.
That's interesting. I'm really intrigued by that. I will say this. I agree with both of what you guys said. And it's making me wonder where I should put her. So how about this? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll for you guys in the chat. I'm going to put it live. I'm going to basically say, where should Casey go? Okay. That's the question. And you guys are going to vote. We've got Cream, and then we've got Fave Scary Movie. Because I agree. I think she's got to go in one of those. It was the beginning. It's a fantastic scene. Drew Barrymore was great in that scene. And it set up everything. If you really think about it, that was such an important scene. If they didn't pull that off, there's a chance that they would have lost a lot of the audience. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody knew what this was at that point. But because that scene was so good and all of the weight was on her shoulders, not only as the character, but as Drew Barrymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why I personally kind of lean towards Cream, but Jen has a great point as well. It is that one moment in the movie. You know what I'm saying? But it could be one of the most important movements. But this is what we're going to do. You guys in the chat, let's vote. The poll is open. Vote your hearts out. And let's see who gets where.
Looks like she's edging towards Cream at the moment. Oh, plus the girl says her favorite scary movie is Halloween. So she's got good taste as well. So I think you've got to give her some points for that, man.
That's a good point.
I got to take points away for that.
Oh, that's right. Jen is a hater.
Jen, stop it.
Jen.
Stop the madness. Oh, man. Well, everyone here is saying Cream as well. We got Sarah going for the Cream. Julie's got her creamer in the cup. Melissa's got Cream. T. Parker. Val. Yeah, her opening scene is my favorite in the franchise.
Yeah,
there you go.
Absolutely, Val, 100%.
All right.
It's just so easy to rewatch that scene as well.
It's true.
No matter how many times you see the movie, that scene, it never gets old. It's so good.
Yeah. No, and it really is. It really, really is. Julie also keeping track as our resident wig master. Julie's keeping track, saying for the blonde bob with bangs. There you go. That's true. Yep. Very true.
An iconic 90s look.
Yeah. And Val, thank you so much, Val. I appreciate that. Val's putting our link in for our Patreon. If you would like to help support the channel, you can either join our channel members by hitting the join button, or you can join us on Patreon, where we do have exclusive watch parties, live streams, hangouts, and all of that good stuff. A lot more communication than we have in our regular streams. And we really appreciate any support. Okay. So it looks as though this is overwhelming.
It looks
81%. Okay. People have spoken. We have got to put her in the cream. So Casey's going up to the cream. There you go.
Nice.
Well, okay. All right. Next up, we've got, and this is a tricky one here. Next up, we've got Ghostface Angelina. Ghostface, Angel. No, I'm joking.
It's like we're going into alternate universes now.
Hey, look. Hold on. Let
I
me
was
look
like,
at
okay.
Jen, did you shake your head?
Yes.
Listen. All right, let me ask this, because you guys know how I feel. Was Angelina a Ghostface? Do you think so?
Yeah,
Not.
absolutely she was. Yeah.
I'm torn. I don't know.
Okay.
If she was, then there were three of them.
Oh, that's right. Jen loves the Kincaid theory.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. That's
Mm.
right. All right. Now, okay. Now, and we talked about that a little bit last week, so I remember. But but just for the fun of it, like, we know in the movie it wasn't revealed as so,
Right.
and obviously Wes was told that no, we're not going to have two. This is Roman. But when you watch the movie, and you guys have seen Scream 3 a lot, so when
Yes.
you watch the movie, Kincaid aside, Jen, just for now,
Okay.
do you think watching that movie, if you had to put money on it, would you say she was a ghost face or not?
Yes, I would.
You would? Okay. How about you, Rachel?
Oh yeah, she's creeping around toilets, stealing masks and props and God knows what. And yeah, definitely. That girl is shady. And I just think it would have been this really weird kind of twisted pseudo like brother sister weird thing between her and Roman of like he's dating the chick who's playing his sister. Like it could have been really messed up.
Yeah.
And it could have been really fun. But yeah, no, that girl was shifty. She was dodgy, man.
Shifty.
Definitely.
I like that. Shifty. Okay. All right. I'm just kidding.
Where was she after that explosion? Where was
Exactly.
she after that explosion? She just what? She just wanders down the road looking like
That's
she's completely like, together. Yeah, she's
That's
definitely
right.
a second ghost face.
She was so shifty, man, and they just kept
Mhm.
pointing to her. But it's
Yep.
funny because, like, obviously you need red herrings, right?
Yes.
But in the
yes.
movie, there was just so many. And if you just look at just logic, right? If you just look
Mhm.
at logic, it's like, how could there not have been another one? And she
Yeah.
was the one that was most likely. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and I just wanted to do that just for the fun of it. But anyways, okay, let's get to and Val is a big fan of the Kincaid theory. There you go. She says Angelina is definitely a ghost face killer. That's right.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Yeah, and that's right too, Parker. That was the
Yeah.
idea that she was going to be the second. And I totally agree. And we've talked about this so many times on live streams. I definitely think Wes kind of allowed certain things to remain so that you could put those pieces of the puzzle together, So anyways, all right, that was fun. Okay, let's go let's go back to our list. Okay, next up for real, we've got Quinn. We've got Quinn from Scream 6. Rachel, what do we think?
Look, I like Quinn. I think she's
Mhm.
fun. I think the actress does a good job, but there's not a lot of her, Like, again,
Right.
I've spoken about this before. Scream 6, there are a lot of characters, even for a Scream movie, and there is
Yeah.
a lot going on. That being said, I always love a female killer, always fun. I think that when she does come out as Ghostface at the end, she's suitably unhinged and,
Mhm.
she plays it well. And like I've talked about before, I think there is some decent foreshadowing with her. When you go back and you rewatch Scream 6, you're like, no, they are actually laying the breadcrumbs. So for me, I think
Mhm.
she can comfortably go in Carnage Candy. I think she's a decent character. I don't think she's a fantastic character, but I think that's just more to do with the fact that a little bit got lost with all of the characters in Scream 6. So Carnage
Mhm.
Candy for me, good old Quinn.
Okay, all right. Jen, how about you?
I can't say it any better than Rachel did. I agree 100%.
All right.
Carnage
Okay.
Candy.
All right. And hey, Paula, hope you're doing well. And Julie said, not her fault, but I got to deduct a couple of tears for her flop non-reveal. Yeah, poor Angelina, man. Poor Angelina. For me, I agree. She wasn't. I enjoyed her character. It was fine, and I think the reveal worked for her. You know what I mean? Like, her reveal was kind of like, oh, okay, wow.
Yeah.
That was the only reveal of the three that really kind of got me. And then, of course, in that moment, I think she was the most enjoyable of the three during the reveal.
Agree.
Okay.
Yes.
So that also gives her a little, ammo for me as well. That being said, it wasn't a lot of it. So I have to agree. I think it's kind of like Carnage Candy for me. I really enjoyed what I saw. I would have loved to have gotten a few more minutes of her as
Yes.
Ghostface doing stuff, because
Yes.
she really, you could tell, man, she was really getting into the character, and
Yeah, she was.
it was more. This sounds so bad, but it
Oh,
was
no.
more believable than for Bailey and for Ethan. For some reason, it just felt more natural, or maybe it was just the way.
No,
it was
I agree.
written.
I definitely
Yeah.
agree. Quinn is definitely the most dynamic of those three when they're all
Yeah.
unmasked. And I actually think her death fake out is really fun. So you get to the end and you're like, who's left? Who's under that mask? And then she takes off and you're like, whoa, okay, dead roommate coming back to life.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit more. We could have used a little bit more. And then she may have been a little bit higher. But I think we all sound comfortable putting her in Carnage Candy.
Yeah. You know who's not comfortable with Carnage Candy? April said she needs to go to the FU. The worst Ghostface in the whole franchise.
Including
Wow.
Charlie?
No.
Wow. T. Parker agreeing. Got to go to the FU. Wow. Jeff's going with the candy. Mega Giant's going with the candy. Paula's going with the candy. Val says Quinn for me is Carnage Candy, a good Ghostface killer, but like Rachel said, not enough outside of her being a Ghostface killer. Yeah, I have to agree with that. I have to absolutely agree with that. So look, let's do this. And by the way, also we've got the link for Rachel's channel here in the chat. Thank you, Val. And we also have it in the description. So definitely go over to Rachel's channel and support her, subscribe. You will not be sorry. We gotta go to the we gotta go to the candy. Let's go to the candy. You know, because look, she was definitely a better Ghostface than the other two. To me, as far as the performance, maybe not. You know, obviously Bailey had the weight of that reveal in the scene, but I do think, and I've said this before, I just think that the way that he came off, it was just a little too, you know, totally mustache twirling. You know, he was a virile young man.
Villain, was it? Yeah.
He was a virile young man. Like,
and like you guys said, totally gave himself away with the whole "you mess with my family, you die." Like, okay, let's take it down a bit. Like, yeah,
right, yeah. It's like, come on, bro. You can do better. You can do better than that. Do better.
Be better.
Be better, Dermot. I know you can do it.
Exactly.
That's the thing that got me too. Is like well, anyways, I won't rant. Okay. Next up, we've got Kirby, baby. We got Kirby from Scream 6.
Oh no, we're about to have a tussle on the panel.
We are. Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. Because I absolutely adore Hayden. But
me too.
As I always say, there's no lying here. So we got to talk about the character itself from Scream 6. So Jen, let's start with you. Where does Kirby have to go? God. Wow.
Well, I don't know that there's a place for her. I didn't absolutely hate her, so I guess Billy's mother.
Okay.
But honestly, I didn't see any reason for her to be in the movie.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I definitely hear you. You guys in chat, let us know what you think.
Hate her, Jen says through gritted teeth.
I know. She was thinking, was she as bad as Charlie? That's what she was thinking. Okay. Rachel, how about you?
Okay, look, I might be a bit biased because I do love Hayden Panettiere, and I think that Kirby is just she's one of my favorite characters. I love Kirby. When I found out she was coming back for this, I screamed so hard. I was just like, yes!
Yeah.
Because we'd all been wanting her to, well, most of us, Jen excluded, obviously, we've been wanting her to survive from Scream 4. So when they confirmed it in Scream 5, and then she came back, plus, you know, I just love the way she comes in and she's all FBI, and that scene where she's basically just chowing down on that freaking hot dog like there's no tomorrow while she's doing her research. Look, I would love to put her in Cream, but again, I feel like maybe if she'd had a little bit more to do in this movie. Again, they did obviously bring her back a little bit for fan service, a little bit for nostalgia. I think she works in the film, so I'm going to put her in Fave Scary Movie because I really do love Kirby. And her and Gale, so good. Kirby? What? When did they let children into the FBI? I'm 30. Well, you look like a zygote. So, so fave scary movie for me for Kirby from Scream 6.
All right, favorite scary movie. Wow, and this might be the discussion of the night so far. 'Cause we've got two different viewpoints here, kind of on opposite sides of the spectrum. Let me see what these guys are saying in the chat. T Parker saying FBI Kirby is my favorite scary movie. She would be cream if she didn't say Candyman is just as good as the original. I mean, girl, come on. It is a good point. It's a good point. Jeff's going with favorite scary movie. All right. Melissa's going with the cream. Okay. Atrial saying Kirby is Candy in 6. Okay.
Okay.
We got Michael in the chat. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're enjoying it, saying it's good entertainment. That's awesome. Let's see. Julie's explaining the categories. That's great.
Yeah.
Now listen, for me, this is tough because I love the character, number one. But as we've seen with so many examples already, and we will see it more, we're defining it by their appearance in the particular movie. And I will agree with Jen that she didn't need to be in the movie, but I will say I think it was cool that they brought her back. In a way, it felt like it was almost like a nod and a wink for Wes. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty cool, and also gives us that connection also to the past. I kind of wish they leaned into that a little bit more. We talked about so many theories before 6 came out, and there was a lot of theories about what that meant with Kirby coming back and so forth. They didn't go down that road, which is fine. Sometimes you just can't do those things. That being said, I also feel as though they didn't utilize her well enough.
No.
They really didn't. I mean, Hayden is so charismatic.
Yeah.
She easily should have had at least one other like big scene. You know what I'm saying? Some type of interaction that was reminiscent of 4, you know, when she was doing the quiz on the phone.
Yeah.
They didn't do that, which, okay, we had a lot of characters. So I feel as though they shortchanged her. So for that reason, I feel like, and this is this is tough. I'm torn between Candy and favorite scary movie. That's what I'm torn between.
Well, since Jen's gone lower, maybe we should split the difference and put her in Carnage Candy, because that feels like an average between our 3 viewpoints. Not too high, but also not too low.
I mean, my favorite part of Kirby in 6 was when they made her seem like a red herring. I mean, I was actually hoping she would be a Ghostface.
Yep.
And as far as Scream 4, I didn't hate her, but I didn't love her either. She was like Carnage Candy for me in 4.
Wow.
Where she ends up when we get to Kirby and Scream 4. But
wow. There's going to be a lot of fighting over Hayden in this one. Okay. So for this one.
At least I remembered her.
That's true. That's true.
Jen's not out here going, who's she?
That's true. Yeah. All right. Mega Giants agreeing, going with the candy. Okay. Let's go to our next character. And again, we're going down a road here, man. Next up is Jill. Jill from Scream 4. Rachel, what do we got for Jill?
Okay.
I can't wait to hear what everyone says for this.
Yeah, this is really interesting for me. This one's hard because, okay, Jill as just a character, not that great. I don't find her that endearing. But Jill, once she's revealed as Ghostface, absolute freaking cream. You know, it's like there's just a switch that changes. So, because she is one of my favorite Ghostfaces. This girl is not only completely insane, she is so cold. Girl iced her own mother, man. Like, that is cold. Plus, she goes all out. I mean, that scene at the end when she's tearing her own hair out and running into the coffee table and bouncing off the walls. It's like, girl, come on. So it's hard for me because like until you get that reveal, Jill is not the greatest character, and that may be on purpose so that you don't see the reveal coming. Because again, she was one of the ghost faces that I literally did not see coming. She was one that when she unmasked herself, I was just like, what?
Yeah.
What? And then when her motivation was explained, I loved her motivation. I loved the fact that she was trying to become the new Sydney. And I thought that would have opened up like a lot of great possibilities if Sydney had died and she had lived, which we obviously didn't get. But like I said, as an actual character, because when I rewatched Scream 4, I spent the majority of the movie just going, oh, Jill is so boring. Jill is so boring. Okay, Jill's awesome. So I think for that alone, I'll put her in Fave Scary Movie and not quite Cream, because for me, she is kind of two different characters. And one of the characters is fantastic, but the other one is not so much. And I know that Emma Roberts can do better. I know she can. Like, I've seen her in other movies where she could have made Jill a little bit more dynamic, but I think Fave Scary Movie for me. It's my opinion.
All right. That was a lot to absorb. That was interesting. I got to continue to absorb that real quick before I get to you, Jen. Michael is all the way from the UK, so welcome, Michael. Good to have you here. Cream is the top category, meaning that we think the character is fantastic, the greatest, the best. So that's what the Cream is our best category, and each category underneath of that, they get progressively not as great. So and Val is not playing around. She's jumping up with the torch. She's waving the flag. She said Jill is the FU. The character is a whiny, spoiled brat. She said highly. You know, I could almost hear her saying that. I highly disliked the motive. And she is trying to not barf. Wow. Okay. There you go. All right. Now, Jen, we've heard what Rachel has said. What are your thoughts on Jill?
Okay, well, Jill was the best thing in Scream 4.
Ooh, okay.
Again, yeah, she was pretty plain Jane through most of it.
Yeah.
But her motive was so ahead of its time. Because right now, she said she wanted to be famous.
Right.
That's the way you become famous these days. And what's happening now? People are getting famous from TikTok, of all places. You know? So she saw the future. So I'm going to put her in favorite scary movie.
All right. Okay. Nice. She might have been the second superhero in the franchise, you know, right underneath Chad, because she could see the future. That's true.
Green team.
And the fact that she survived that head jolt.
Yeah.
That I mean, I thought for sure she was fried by then.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about that. And Michael, you're welcome. You're welcome.
That was my favorite line in the movie. Was clear.
Oh yeah. Wow. Jen,
that's your last line? Clear.
That was the best line in that whole movie.
We got to talk about Scream 4 at some point, man. Jen is not holding back.
It's moved up. It used to be at the bottom. 6 is down at the bottom for me, so it has moved up, but not very much.
All right. Jamie's in the chat. What's going on, Jamie? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right. And again, if you guys have not hit the like button, please do. It helps to support the stream. For me, listen, Jill, and I'm just going by how I experienced her as a character. I really enjoyed her character in 4. I thought that she came off as, and it was meta too at the end with the reveal, because she felt like she was kind of being the new Sydney, you know. So when she said that at the end, it was very meta, because the character obviously was kind of in the Sydney role. I thought Emma was good. I really, really do. And I think that, like what you were saying, Rachel, I think it was on purpose that she was just kind of there, you know, kind of just going through it, you know, getting reacquainted with her cousin and all of this type of stuff. But when the reveal happens, it makes, for me anyways, it makes all of that make sense. It like all comes together. You know what I'm saying? Like if she had like a different character presentation, like if maybe she was a little wacky or something like that, like the reveal wouldn't have made the same impact for me. The fact that she was just kind of there and things were happening and she was reacting and dealing with her cousin coming back who's super famous and kind of not wanting to be close to her and so forth and so forth. When the reveal happened and she switched it on, I was like, holy crap. That, like, to me, that reveal, I remember when I first saw it, my jaw dropped.
Oh
One,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
one because the reveal was great, and two is because I didn't want her to be a ghost face killer. I was like, ah, shit. I was so invested in this chick. So, you know, for me, I'd put her in the cream, man. She's like one of my favorite ghost face killers. She really is. I kid you not. But let's see what the chat is thinking on this, because we're all over the place on this. This is crazy.
Yeah. Well, we started out the first stream like being pretty on page, and now this stream we're like, let's get spicy.
Yeah. I mean, we got people saying she needs to be the FU. We got the cream. We got favorite scary movie. We got Candy. Wow, this is crazy. For you guys in the chat, let's do this real quick. Just throw out where you think Jill should go. T. Parker saying Jill's the cream.
Jill's the
Let's
cream?
be real. Let's be real. I love that. Mega Giants also going with the cream. Julie's going with the cream. Okay, we're getting a lot of creaminess here.
Okay.
Listen, I'm just saying, what do you guys think? Jen, do you think that she could go in the cream? Is there any part of you that could allow that to happen?
Well, the fact that I almost didn't even get to see her in Scream 4 because that opening just was like, enough!
Wow.
I almost wanted to turn it off. I was like, get to it already.
Wow.
But I can put her in the cream just for that scene in the end when she goes berserk. Yeah. I mean, she is the craziest. I'm sorry, she's crazier than Mrs. Loomis.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. All right. Well, look, let's do that. Let's do it for the people. Let's do it, and for me. Let's do let's put her up in the cream. Come on, Emma's awesome. She's in the cream.
She
baby.
was also so cruel.
Yes,
I mean,
she was.
Look what she did to Charlie.
I know.
Oh, I know. I mean, but
Yeah.
it's just Charlie. It's no big loss there.
Yeah, I know, but
it's no big loss.
It is a big loss. But I'm just saying, he actually thought he had a chance.
He
Yeah,
did.
Poor
He didn't
Charlie.
read between the lines.
No, he didn't.
He
Well,
did not read between the lines.
That's because he was a dumbass.
Exactly, Jen, exactly.
man. Hey, look, I swear to God, one of these days, man, I got to try to get Marcus and you on a panel and talk about Scream in general, but we got to make sure we have a Charlie moment, because holy crap, that'll be so fun. All right. So she's in the cream. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's move on. Our next character is Gail. Gail from Scream 6. Gail from Scream 6. Once again, I think this is going to be a very interesting conversation. Jen, let's start with you on this one. So where does Gail from Scream 6?
Jen's face.
Wow. Jen's about to say this stream is over. Wow.
Oh dear.
All I have to say about Gail in Scream 6 was why?
Yeah.
Why was she in it?
Yeah, it's true.
Why was she in it?
Yeah.
Because she was an executive producer? There was absolutely no reason for her to be in it.
Jen breaking the spike. Is she
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to put her down with Charlie. I'm sorry.
Woo! Hold on. Hey, hold on. Let me put us on the screen here. Wow. So Gail from 6 is down in the fuck you with Charlie. With Charlie and Ethan.
Oh my God.
Wow.
She is in bad company.
Wow. What does that say? Okay.
Wow.
So Jen is saying that Gail from Scream 6, by the way, now let me explain this again. We're going by their appearance in the particular movie. Okay. We're not talking about Gail from 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. We're talking only about 6 and rating her on 6.
She really had no place in the movie. Second of all, she went back to her old self. I mean, she wrote the book after saying she wouldn't. She got a new guy in her life. Dewey's not even dead a year. Give me a break. Goodbye, Gail. It's time for you to
Wow.
die.
Okay. All right. You heard it here first, folks. All right, Rachel. After
I'm
that,
scared to go now. I'm
right?
like, oh dear,
Yeah. Rachel's gonna be like, she should be the cream.
No, look, I actually do kind of agree with Jen when it comes to like, why are you here, Gail? Because she does not serve much of a purpose in this movie. She is basically there because she's Gail Weathers, and like Jen said, Courtney Cox is an executive producer, and I'm pretty sure Courtney has said that she'll come back as long as they keep bringing her back. And because of Scream 5 and because Scream 5 killed off Dewey and we were all just like, oh my God, they actually did it. I fully expected them to kill off Gail in this one. And I remember in the cinema, 100% in the cinema, I remember my bestie and I saw this together and we were literally, during her scene, we were like bunched up on our chairs like, oh my God, this is it. Gail's gonna die, Gail's gonna die. And then they just kept dragging it out. And then she survived. And I remember being a little bit disappointed because I remember thinking, why would you bring her back if you're not going to kill her off in like some big manner? Because that would have been a huge thing for the movie. Like Gail Weathers, like, and that death would have been insane. And I'm kind of with Jen a little bit. Like, she went back to her old ways. Some of the scene outside the police station with Tara and Sam was obviously supposed to be a call out to Scream 1, but it's like, but we've moved so far past that Gail now, but it almost didn't make sense for her to revert in that way.
That's right.
But I can't put her down the bottom because she's still Gail Weathers and she still comes in with some of the snappy lines and she's still Courtney Cox Arquette and I still love her, but I can't put her very high. So I think Scream 6 Gail is Carnage Candy for me because
she's still Courtney Cox.
Oh, sorry. No, she's not Arquette. I've been so used to saying that for so many years. That's Courtney Cox now.
Jen's like, no, take that away from her as well. There's nothing. She has nothing.
So it's Courtney Cox as Gail in Scream 6. Carnage Candy for me.
Carnage Candy. Okay, so this is interesting. All right, now look, real quick before I give my little tirade. Gene isn't holding back either. Gene says he's F you. That speaks volumes because Gene is always so cool and chill in these chats. And she is lighting the fire. She's like, put her down in the F you. There you go.
Everyone's got the spice going tonight.
All right. That's right. T. Parker saying they did my girl Gail dirty in 6. They regressed her, sidelined her, and left her last scene clinging to dear life. Fortunately, Courtney's performance saved it. So Carnage Candy, hashtag justice for Gail. All right.
Agree.
Okay. Val saying I'm with Jen. Scream 6 Gail is fuck you. Wrote that book. She swore she wouldn't. Just wasted space in the movie. Okay. So listen, look, everything that everyone has been saying is valid. And I agree with so much of what's being said. They shouldn't have, listen, if they were going to bring her back, she needed to have impact or she needed to die. Now, I was very vocal that because they killed Dewey in 5, I didn't necessarily want to see her go in 6 because then it was just going to be like, okay, every movie we're going to kill an OG character. And I didn't want to just see that, which is so reminiscent of Star Wars. I'm looking at you, Ryan Johnson. And I didn't want to see that, although I was adamant in 5 that I thought she was the one that was going to die and not Dewey. When they gave it away in the trailer, I must have done at least 6 or 7 videos on it. I was so pissed off. How do you give away a major character's death in your trailer? But I thought at the time, I thought they were trying to swerve us. You know, when you see that scene of Gail screaming, like, there's only one person who she could be doing
scream
that
like
for.
that for. Exactly.
Right. And I kept thinking, nope, they're playing us. She's going to be the one. And sure as hell, I was wrong. So all of that to just give some background. Her attack scene should have been a kill scene, but her attack scene was really good. And Courtney was great in it. But to me, that was really the only thing they gave her. When she was with the other characters, it was just a couple of lines. Rachel, like you said, they did a callback to the first movie, which it was cute. It made me smile, but really, hindsight, it's like, okay, guys, it's hollow. Yeah, to me, it's hollow, and I think they really wasted her in this. I was so pissed off because she could have had a really good, juicy role in this movie, and the fact that they didn't really upset me. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I can go all the way to the FU.
No.
Because I definitely don't think she's on that same level of Charlie.
No,
like,
definitely not.
She did have some charisma.
She did one thing that I could possibly bump her up for.
Okay.
She put Ghostface on hold.
That's
Who
true.
does that?
That was
That's true.
brilliant.
That was
I
good.
was like, can you
So
hold
good.
a minute?
Wait, what?
That was awesome.
Yeah. Hey, look, Gene saying I don't cuss, so I was keeping it nice. There you go. There you go. The F you. So look, guys, there's only one place for me that it feels as though it would be right to put her, and it's this one, guys.
Billy's mother.
I just feel like shout out to Timothy Oliphant,
Yeah.
who
And his neck
Jen.
veins.
I can agree with that.
I feel like I gotta put
I
her.
can agree with that too.
Yeah, because and again, now don't get me wrong, what they did with her character and my expectation and her status in the franchise, I do feel like it was a big FU all around. You know, what they did, how she portrayed it, the character and writing the book. I do feel like it's an FU, but at the end of the day, I did enjoy her more than Ethan and Charlie,
Yes,
for sure. I mean, it's not
definitely.
to me, it's not even in the same league. So I gotta go with Billy's mother. Let's go with that.
Now, if they kept, I can accept them keeping her alive for one reason and one reason only.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Here it
That
comes.
she's a ghost face.
I knew you were
of
gonna
course.
say that. Hey, look.
Because Tara hit the nail on the head. You survive because of Ghostface.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know, hold
And
on. Let me,
I said the trio of Ghostface is Stu, Kincaid, and Gale. Oh,
wow.
I would love that.
Listen, the planet would probably explode. Jen, listen, and I'm gonna have some fun with this for a second. I do.
Oh,
It is
dear.
interesting though. Jen is like everybody. I'm a Ghostface killer as far as things are concerned for Jen. Jen's like everybody. But I will
Don't
say,
kiss those three.
but I,
They're the
but I-
OG.
but I will say this: there was a part of me that also entertained that, because it's like they could really do something interesting with that. I don't think they will though. But
no.
but no, it definitely makes you think, because like you said, what Tara said to her, and this whole idea of how cutthroat that she is, you know what I'm saying? But I also feel if they were to do that, it would just totally like bastardize so much that had come before. They'd have to do a lot of, making sure everything lines up. But who knows? Anything's possible, man. Chad survived. So
I was going to say,
possible.
if Chad survives, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Anything. I could be in the next Scream movie. Anything's possible. Who knows? We got Lamar in the chat. What's up, Lamar? Good to see you, man. And hey, we got a channel member anniversary for our very own Barb. Very cool. Barb, if you're here, congratulations. Always good to have you around and hanging out with us and so supportive. And it is an 11-month. So we're right there, almost at the year mark, which is absolutely, it's amazing. And we're so appreciative of everything that you do, Barb. Seriously, I mean that. Saying big hello to the panel and chat tonight. Love the Scream ranking and Rachel's sass. There you go. There you
Jen's
go.
matching me tonight. Jen's got her sassy boots on tonight.
Yeah, I know.
And Val is agreeing with everything I say.
There you go. I know. Like Val's in the chat. She's got her popcorn. She's like, yeah, Jen. Yeah. Do it. Do it. Hey, Mayan. Good to have you here too. Oh man, you guys are awesome. Okay, so
we've got
we've been all over the place. This is absolutely crazy. All right, next up, we got another ghost face.
Yeah,
according to
Jen's favorite ghost face.
We got Kincaid. We got Mark. Jen, tell us what you think about Mark from Scream 3.
Useless.
Wow. Hey, look.
Totally useless.
Wow.
As a detective, useless. As a protector, What? He put her in his office and disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. He was obsessed with her.
He was.
I mean, I'm gonna go back and reiterate what I said last week. He wanted her in Hollywood so badly.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he asked Dewey to use his phone, and then Sydney gets a phone call from Ghostface. He's got this file on her. He is obsessed with Sydney for some reason. And the fact that every time he gets attacked by Ghostface, it's like a little slap in the face and he goes down.
Jed's like, be a man. Hey,
He was totally useless. And let me tell you, when I saw in Scream 5 that they were married, I was like, no! I hated that.
Wow.
Because there was no chemistry between the two of them. None. I saw none.
Nothing.
Not
Nothing
a
at all.
thing. And the fact that they played brother and sister, which is just disgusting.
Right.
But
Right.
no, I never saw any interest from Sydney. He was obsessed.
Right.
She was like, yeah, okay.
She was
whatever.
focused. She had things on her schedule.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sydney's got shit
Yeah.
to do.
She
Yeah.
had a bad wig.
Jed's not playing, man. Jed is not playing. All right. So look,
Jen
look.
is coming for everyone tonight.
I know, man. You know what? We gotta do a stream where we just kind of rant about these characters that irritate us. Okay, so I know where this is headed, but where does Mark go, Jen?
Fuck you.
Oh dear.
Oh, that was good.
And
You're
the
all
only
right.
thing the only thing that can lift him up is if he is revealed as a Ghostface.
That's the only way. That's the only
Only
way. Or unless the next Scream takes place during Thanksgiving. Wink, wink, wink. Okay, I'm just playing. All right. So look. Okay, so you want him in the FU. Rachel, is there any hope for this degenerate that married our beloved Sidney Prescott?
Look, I'm kind of look. I don't think Kincaid's a Ghostface, and I'm not quite as harsh on him as Jen over here. But I kind of agree with Jen. Detective McDreamy over here, he is kind of useless. I mean,
Right.
he comes to the mansion at the end. He's got his tiny little piddly gun. It's like, you're a cop. Don't you have a bigger gun? Come on, dude. It's Ghostface here.
Right.
And then,
right.
yeah, he gets knocked out
Yeah,
conveniently,
he does.
and then he just pops back up at the end, like, oh, did you guys save the day already? Me, the policeman who actually should be saving the day, just passed out over here.
Right.
I always read the end of Scream 3 not as a romantic thing, more just as Sydney is opening herself up to new people in her life. So yeah, when I heard that they were married in Scream 5, I was like, really? There was like, but I was like happy that Sydney is happy, but I was also like,
Right.
there are better dudes out there.
Right.
But I don't think he's as bad as Ethan or Charlie. Like, Charlie for me is like so the bottom of the barrel that like I don't think anyone is as bad. So
Yeah.
I think Detective McDreamy can go in. Sorry, what's
Detective
our second highest one? Billy's mother, Richie's father.
Richie's father.
Yes.
Okay.
that's where he's going for me.
We'll go with Richie's father. All right. And we got Dude in the chat. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. And Barb's having fun with this. Kay's in the chat. What's up, Kay? All right. So look, you guys are not wrong. He was very inept. It's like, bro, I could be a better cop, and I'm not even a cop.
Right.
Now, obviously, the character was written in a certain way. We also thought he was a red herring, but again, who knows? Like Jen said, he could be a killer. He could, and they did paint him that way. I don't know if I want to go all the way to the FU because, again, I didn't dislike him like Ethan or Charlie.
Yeah.
But I didn't love him either. I didn't love him, and he was a character that I didn't need personally. You know what I mean? So I think Richie's father is kind of where I gotta go with him as well. That's where I'm going. Richie's father. For you guys in the chat, there was so many FUs, man. That was funny, man. Jeff, Jeff saying, yeah, but he was great in Thanksgiving, and I Can't Buy You Love, and I don't know if anyone's ever seen that movie. Yes, yes, yes. Patrick's all right. He's all right. Okay, yeah. So let's.
Before we go,
that?
I wanted to say this at the beginning of the stream. Since last week, I've seen 2 of those movies that were on your list of
Oh, you did?
2024. Yes.
Oh,
I
very
didn't
cool.
love either one of them.
okay.
One was Lisa Frankenstein, which just took forever to get started.
Oh, damn, that's one that I
mean,
want to see.
Once it finally got started, it was good, but I was like, come on, nothing's happening here. The other one was Late Night with the Devil. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yep.
It was not horrible. It was entertaining, but what the hell?
Yeah, it was different. That's for sure. Like that was one thing for me that when I watched it, and of course, and by the way, if you guys haven't checked out my video on the top horror films of 2024, check that out. I won't say where I put these films, but these were movies that I've seen in the theater, so that's why they were on the list. But I do appreciate how different it was, because I was like, what's going on here? And they were just doing this whole imitation of the 70s late night talk show and all that type of stuff, and they were committed. I was like, wow, this looks so authentic. So yeah, I mean, but it's definitely unique.
I love possession movies, but this one was just like, huh?
Just not for you, Jen.
Just not for you. Hey, it happens, man. It happens.
Yeah, but usually you steer me in the right direction.
So she's coming for you now, Night.
Well, now, just remember, this was a list where I'm just listing what I've seen this year.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, hopefully I'll do a big ranking and kind of have a full idea of all these movies. But yeah,
I have so much faith in Night that I've actually watched Halloween 78 3 times. Still can't stand it, but I've given it 3 shots.
You watched Halloween 78 3 times because it's awesome, Jen.
No, I'm trying to not be bored to tears.
Oh my god. God.
Wow.
Jen is being spicy today.
She's not playing around, man. She's going all the way.
I've been very, very consistent with my
You have. You are absolutely correct. Barb saying in the original script, there were talks of him being a ghost face, I believe. Yeah, I heard that too.
Probably.
I heard that too from Mark.
There were so many script rewrites on Scream 3.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yep. I could have sworn that was the dealio, and then the script had to be rewritten. Am I right on that? That is what I've heard as well. And there was a lot of rewrites. There was so much going on with 3, it wasn't even funny. It really was. And and that being said, and I do enjoy 3, but you can tell when you watch the movie that it was like they really had to kind of piecemeal things together. You still got to give a hell of a lot of credit to Wes Craven for holding that thing together with duct tape, and it's still, a very entertaining film, in my opinion. So absolutely, Barb. Sarah, thank you so much for letting us know. We got 33 likes. Let's keep on going, guys. We got Jamie with the channel member anniversary for 16 months. Yay. All right. Yes. She says I'm crazy for Kincaid. Just kidding. He sucks. There you go. Here you go. Oh, wow. And Barb saying also she wasn't a big fan of Lisa Frankenstein. All right. I really wanted to, but couldn't get past 3 stars on it. Okay. All right.
It just was slow, so slow to start.
T. Parker loved Lisa Frankenstein. All right. Well, and that's the beauty of movies, is that everyone will have a different, experience with it and all of that. So, but that's what makes it fun to talk about it and hear different opinions. No doubt at all. Okay, I know we're talking about Scream, but anytime I see something Halloween related, I gotta go for it. Barb saying, I used to feel bad about saying Halloween H2O was my favorite, even above the OG. What? I didn't know that.
That's why she's scared.
Wow. She said, but I'm comfortable with saying it loud and proud now. Life is short. You go ahead, girl.
Yep.
You go. Hey, listen,
there's no lying here, Barb.
Well, there's never been any lying. And look, hold on. Just because that really just kind of tickled my fancy Let's do a quick super chat clip with one of my favorite character actors of all time. Here we
Oh
go.
no.
If that girl dies tonight, hey, number one! You're the
There we go. There we go. The late great Donald Pleasance. And Barb said it's a hoe take. It is. Barb, we gotta hey, listen, Barb, I'm being serious. Please get in touch with me. We gotta talk, we gotta have a conversation about that, because that'd be an interesting conversation, and I'd love to have a conversation about that. Seriously. Very cool, very cool. Hey, we got Kaz in the chat saying that I really enjoyed Late Night with the Devil. Loved the style. All right. All right. Cool,
I thought it was an old movie.
Right?
I went into the moderator chat. I said, "Has anybody seen this movie? How old is it?"
Yeah, I saw that. I was thinking, poor Jen.
I thought it was from back in the 70s.
Oh man! Wow. Well, then they did their job, I guess.
I guess
right?
so.
Then they did the movie well. If you really did think it was from the 70s.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so
I didn't know one actor in that movie.
yeah, well,
Not
yeah,
one.
no, yeah. Well, the lead, I knew the lead, David Dastmalchian, because he's kind of done bit roles here and there. He's one of those guys that he's so recognizable, you know, across so many movies, because he like pops up here and there. But I did think he did a great job. I hope that this movie gives him the opportunity to get some more high profile projects, because I thought he did a great job in that role. He felt like a real late night host.
I thought when I first saw him, I thought he was the actor that played Karis in The Crucible.
The Exorcist. Yeah, he does look like
looks
him.
like him.
He
But I was
does.
like,
Yeah.
if this is a new movie, it's not possible because he's dead.
Right, right.
I was
right.
so confused.
Really confused.
Right? So look,
Oh, dear.
with Kincaid, I think we got to put him in Richie's father.
Richie's father. Mhm.
That's where we got to go. Richie's father. It is what it is.
Killer.
Okay.
He's a killer.
He's a killer. That's horrible. All right, next up, Jen. Next up, we've got Tara from Scream 5. From Scream 5. So, you know, we talked about Casey not too long ago, opening of Scream 1. Now we got the lady that started the opening of Scream 5. Rachel, what do we think about Tara for Scream 5?
I don't mind Tara in Scream 5. I will say I do love the Scream 5 opening, because I do love that they brought it back to the very basic premise of a girl alone in a house with a creepy phone call. And it's kind of the first phone call, I think, in a while where Ghostface was actually able to speak normally, you know, like most of the other calls, he's instantly Ghostface, whereas here we had a little bit of a chat, a little bit of, you know, a back and forth before we got into the quizzes. Now, that being said, I don't think Tara is the most dynamic character in this movie. And I think that's mostly because she is kind of the victim most of the time. Like, Sam is our final girl. Sam's here to, you know, do the hard work and the heavy lifting. I mean, Tara's pretty badass when she needs to be. You know, clocking Richie in the face with the phone will forever be one of the best moments of the movie. That's fantastic. And, you know, when she comes out at the end swinging with her crutches and using her crutches as a weapon, that's fantastic. And she gets the final shot on Amber, which is, But
That's
I don't know. She's not. I don't think she has that much of characterization. I think the movie is focusing more on Sam. So Tara, for me, in Scream 5, I think she's Carnage Candy because she's a decent character, but I don't think she really levels up as a character until Scream 6. And like I said, she spends most of Scream 5 either, you know, in the hospital or, you know, hiding somewhere. She and Sam do have a couple of nice scenes that I do like, but mostly I think she's Carnage Candy in this one for me.
Okay, all right. Jen, how about you? What are you thinking about for Tara?
Well, if I base it just on the opening, I would say that she's my favorite scary movie. But then it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be fine with Carnage Candy.
Okay, Carnage Candy. All right. Let's see. In the chat, T. Parker saying, "Ho take, Tara's my favorite newbie in 5. She fought like hell and much prefer her in 5 than in 6. So she's the cream. The cream.
Wow. Ooh, wow. Okay.
Wow. Paula also going with the cream. Jeff is also going with the cream. Wow. Let's see. Val saying, "Hot take, Tara is Billy's mother at best.
Wow.
Her character is just meh for me. Could really do without her, in my opinion." Ooh. Okay, all right. And Mayan, you're right. David Dastmalchian was in that movie, The Boogeyman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen The Boogeyman.
Yeah.
I saw. She asked me if I saw Smile. I said, yeah, I saw it once, but not The Boogeyman.
Yep. Barb saying, "So listen, on a review of Scream 5 and 6, I grew strongly dislike Tara. I'm in agreement with Rachel. Sam was the standout for me in both of those."
Yeah,
All right. Jamie is saying also, we're going with Billy's mother for Tara. All right. So, I think, okay, for me, and you ladies are going with Carnage Candy. I can deal with Carnage Candy because I do think the opening was good. It was nice to kind of see it go back down to that. And she really sold that scene.
She did.
Yes.
I mean, that image alone, that's why I chose that image. When she got stabbed, I mean, the fear on her face, and she had a couple of moments like that through 5. But of course, she wasn't the main character. It was about Sam. I do like the relationship, kind of the back and forth and some of the bickering with those two. I think the two actresses work well with each other.
Yes.
So I have to agree. I'd go with Carnage Candy for Tara. Yeah, I would go with Carnage Candy. So let's go with that.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Next up, wow, we are going all over the place. We're going with Mindy, but this time the Mindy from 5. Mindy from 5.
My girl in 5.
All right. So Jen, what do you think about Mindy from 5?
Mindy was the cream in 5. She was my Randy. She was awesome. Awesome. Right. And she got the girl.
Yes, she did.
All right. Okay. Rachel, what do you think about Mindy from 5?
I'm with Jen. I really love Mindy. I think that she takes the mantle that Randy left and she fills it perfectly. I think that scene in the house where she's explaining the new rules, and I love her whole, we're part of a franchise. Oh, sorry, that's number 6. But no, you know what I mean. Like, Mindy's just fantastic. The fan fiction line is fantastic when poor Sam's just like, "You telling me I'm in the middle of fan fiction?" Like, yeah. Plus, okay. Like, I love callbacks as long as they're not overdone. And I swear to God, the meta within meta scene of her watching the movie, of Randy watching the Halloween movie. And I just love the realization. It's like, behind you. Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
Yeah, that was good.
That was very good.
And she survives. She and Chad, they both make it out. And I got to give her props for that. So, yeah, Mindy, for me, definitely the cream. I love her.
All right. Okay.
Except that, according to Craven, she took a nap.
She took a nap. That's right. Yeah. She got a pin prick and like just fainted. Yeah. Every time.
Mindy.
Yeah, every time we talk about Mindy, Stephen would always go on that rant. Like, it was just a flesh wound and she acted like she went through hell.
Yeah, it's like, look at what your brother survived. Come on,
I know. You're better. You're a better stock than that.
Yes.
But in 5, when Mindy's explaining everything to the group, and Chad's just like, "Mindy, speak English."
Yeah. They were good.
The sibling energy between them is so good. It's
absolutely.
So good.
I will say that was one of the best choices of the casting, is those two as brother and sister, because they nailed it. It was so believable that it was amazing. It really was. Real quick too. Now, Gene saying, have to get going. Have a great night. We'll watch this tomorrow. I promise you guys. You guys rock. Thank you so much, Gene. Have a good night.
Gene.
Thank you for being here and letting us know your true feelings. We love it. Gene said the FU category. There you go. And man, you're working hard. Got the link for tomorrow night. We're going to be back here Tuesday night as always, as we do every week, making sure that we prep and watch multiple films so we can have the live streams. So it'll be tomorrow night. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate that. Okay. And Val saying that Mindy should go for favorite scary movie. I will say this. I really did enjoy her character in 5. I do think that she filled that spot to a large degree of Randy. She had some good moments. I was leaning towards favorite scary movie, but you know what? I think I can agree with you guys and go with the Cream because I do think in 5 I enjoyed her more than 6.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Um it's tough because there's multiple things going on. She's probably and this isn't against anything against Jasmine because I think she's fantastic
mm,
as an actress and she's doing what she's asked to do. But of all the new characters, she's probably the one I'm the most like, back and forth on because there's so many things that are great, but then there are a couple little things that kind of are a little bit like, come on, but that's how it is with characters. But yeah, I can agree with you guys. We can go with the Cream for her.
nice.
We can go with the Cream.
Nice.
All right, Mindy's going up there. Okay, next up, woo, we got Richie himself. Not Richie's father, but Richie from Scream from Scream 5. Rachel, what do you think about Richie?
This might be unpopular, but I actually really like Richie. I think that Jack Quaid is really, really fun in this role.
Yeah.
I like that he's a callback to Billy. I love, Dewey at the beginning. Never trust the love interest. They told you right there, Sam. Pull it together.
Mhm.
Plus, just anything beats. Holy shit, it's Ghostface! Like,
Yeah. That's true.
Lines ever. I think the reveal is great. I absolutely love when he first meets Sydney and he's like, "Oh, I'm a huge fan," and she's just like, "Oh, get out of
Yeah.
here," and he's so
Right.
awkward. Yeah, he's obviously not Cream because he does not measure up to some of the other ghost faces. But for
Yeah.
me personally, I could put him in fave scary movie. But I'll see what you guys say because I know that not everyone loves Richie as much as I do. I don't know. I found him so entertaining. And
Mhm.
I love when, before the reveal, how he's watching all the stab movies all the time and he's, trying to get up on what's going on in the town. And he's got some
Yes.
really fun lines to Sam. No, don't split up. In every movie I've seen, you do not split up, Sam. It's
Yeah.
yeah. So for me, he's fave scary movie. But where do you guys fall?
Well, Jen, let us know what you think on Richie.
I would say favorite scary movie too.
Oh,
Ooh.
yay.
I really liked him.
Mm-hmm.
I hated his motive. I
Yeah.
thought his motive was stupid, but then I
Right.
said the same thing about Billy. So
Yeah. Wow. Holy
You
crap.
remember Jen from last week? She was all like, "Grow up, you mama's boy." Get over it."
Hey, look, I
Billy's
forgot
motive
about that.
sucked.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
I forgot about it because it was like, what? Wow. But
You said
I
we
can-
have to have a discussion about it.
That's true.
Remember,
that is
I just
true, man.
watched it before the stream.
Wow.
But yeah, I
Wow.
mean, the motive sucked. But, and the whole idea of him and Amber together is gross because that's like jailbait.
Yeah,
But,
that's
um,
creepy.
Yeah, that was. It was.
I did like his character. I love that he didn't scream killer
Right.
I agree.
True.
at all
Yeah.
until he did.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
That's true.
absolutely agree.
Good point.
Yep.
Yeah. And by the way, hey to Ginger Ninja in the house. What's up, man? Good to have you here. Hope you're doing well. I have to agree with pretty much everything you guys said, and the motive definitely was stupid. But Jack Quaid, undeniably, look, we know his parents have tons of charisma, and he does too. Okay, and it showed. He was so good in that role, in my opinion. Now, as a Ghostface, that's a different story. But again, we've talked about this before with some of these characters. Maybe their character wasn't great, but the Ghostface reveal or them as Ghostface was great. So it's interesting when you talk about some of these characters because there's a duality to it. When I look at him in total, because he was so good as Richie and Jack Quaid did a hell of a job. And I agree with you guys. I definitely didn't think they were going to pull the trigger with him being the killer because he was just so, on the up.
Likeable.
Yes, he was so
very,
likable.
Very guy next door. Yeah, very
Yes.
everyman. Yep.
Absolutely. So for that alone, I feel like he's got to go with my favorite scary movie. I just think he was just so good as a character, and he was just right below the radar in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So okay, let's go there because Richie needs some love.
Yeah, he does.
He needs some
Yeah.
love. I will say this: I'm very curious for myself as time goes on, and I watch 5 more and more and absorb it more and more. I'm wondering, how my thoughts might change on someone like him, just like
Yeah.
it has for Amber a little bit. But he definitely had a great performance. To me, that's undeniable. In my opinion, he had a great performance overall. Jack Quaid did. So, all right. Real quick too in the chat, we got Danielle in the chat. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hope that you are having a good day. Val
Val's coming out swinging again.
Richie is one of the most boring Ghostface killers. Motive iffy. Got his ass kicked easily by Sam. Billy's mother. Val is not playing around either. You guys are all right. This is fun. Barb saying she agrees Richie was hilarious. He was. He really, really was. No doubt about that. Let's see. T. Parker saying another hot take. I felt betrayed by Richie's reveal, even though I suspected him and I love Jack Quaid.
No, I did.
Scary movie.
I did too, T. Parker. I was the same. I was like, no, you were supposed to be a good slasher boyfriend. I'm tired of the bad slasher boyfriends. I wanted a decent one for once.
Right. Well, and I do think part of that, you got to give him credit because he got you so invested.
Absolutely,
right?
100%. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think you got to give him some credit. Val saying there's no lying.
No lying.
Great. Doom's in the chat. What's up? Good to see you. Richie Ghostface sitting there eating pizza and watching the stab movies as everyone is freaking out is hilarious. That is true. He was all right.
I was thinking earlier tonight, wouldn't it be wild if anybody involved in any of these films was watching this?
Oh my God.
That would be hilarious.
That is true. And you never know.
You never know with the internet, dude.
It is so true, man. I remember, this is a funny story, just as a quick aside, and this was a long time ago. We were doing a stream on a slasher film that was is one that we had never heard of, and so we were watching it, and we did our stream, and we were talking about it, and the director saw the stream, and he contacted me.
Wow.
And of course, being that it was a new movie, because for a lot of the Slasher Movie Club episodes, they were movies we had never seen or maybe hadn't seen in a long time. That was the fun of it, is kind of getting reacquainted. So as soon as he sent me an email or message, I can't remember. Anyways, I started to think to myself, what did I say about the movie? I started getting nervous, and I didn't give a glowing review of it. I was fair, but you guys know, at least I feel as though I think I'm very fair, and I want to be honest. And it was so cool because he said to me, I really enjoyed the discussion you guys had. He said, and it felt so honest. And I appreciated that because ultimately we gave a score of mid, basically okay. There were some good things in it, but there were some things that obviously weren't great. And part of that was budget constraints and stuff like that. But the idea of it was cool. Anyways, so you never know who's watching.
That is really cool.
Well, if any directors or producers are watching, I'm an actor. You can find me as Jen Werner on Facebook.
Jen wants to be standing there next to Kincaid and Stu when they take their masks off.
Yes, that's right. Oh my God.
And Patrick Dempsey. I do love Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Jen's like, "I love you, Patrick. I just
hated Kincaid."
Yeah.
Oh,
May, that's the director of Talk to Me. Yes. Oh my God. And they're awesome, man. They are awesome. Seriously. All right. Let's go.
Whore yourself out. Danielle's telling me to whore myself out.
Oh my gosh. There you go. Wow. Hey, but it's true, but you never know who's watching. So, all right. Our next character, this is a funny one here. But hey, look, it is what it is, and we got a little moment with him once again in Scream 3. We got the recording of Randy. He was still making an impact even from the afterlife. So, Rachel, what do you think about recording Randy?
Okay, first of all, I love recording Randy. He is
Okay.
so much fun. I thought
Yeah.
this was such a fun way to give Randy a cameo that actually
Yes.
felt organic. This felt like something that Randy would do. He would make a video saying, hey, if I die, this is what's going to happen next. Plus that whole exchange where he's all like, and that I regret losing my virginity to Karen Kolchak at the video store one night. Karen Kolchak? Yes, Karen Kolchak. Creepy Karen? Shut up!
Shut up. Jamie Kennedy is gold. Jamie Kennedy is gold.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And this is the, like, I think, like, because in the second movie, he gives the rules for a sequel, right?
Yep.
But then the movie just doesn't kind of follow the rules for a sequel. However, when he gives the rules for a trilogy, the movie follows his rules. And I actually really love that the movie does. If you find yourself with a preponderance of exposition and an unexplained backstory, and it's like, well, we got all that. Okay, this is my bias. I know he's only in it for 5 minutes, but it's Randy, for God's sake. He's got to be the cream. He just has to be. So I'm putting him in cream because he is Randy.
All right. Okay. Jen, will you destroy Rachel's dreams?
Not
what do you
at
think?
all. He is the cream. I love how he was fighting with his roommate. 15 minutes.
Yes. I'm living my legacy.
Something I neglected to say was after it was announced that Neve Campbell was coming back and Kevin Williamson was going to direct, Jamie Kennedy got a very short haircut and trimmed his beard.
Yeah. Yep. It's true. It's very, very true. And let me just say too, Jamie Kennedy is so cool. When we met some of the Scream folks, Matthew, David, and also Jamie Kennedy was there. Didn't get a chance to talk to him long or anything, but he was so cool with the crowd that was there, the people in line. We were all in line. He was like just talking to us. Like, he's just such a chill guy, you know. And I think I agree with you guys. He was so good in this moment. It had impact and it worked. You know what I'm saying? It's like Scream has had a lot of moments like this, and this is one of the best illustrations of it, how meta it was, but it was organic, you know.
Yes.
And it brought everyone together, you know, kind of like a little bit of a, hey, let's all get together type of thing, including Martha. And I really loved it. So I agree, man. We gotta give Randy the cream. We got to. That's how good he was in a recording.
Yes. Yes.
And I loved it how at the end he said, and for some of you, I'll be seeing you soon. I was like, wow, how chilling.
Yes.
You
Right
know?
way to end it.
Jamie Kennedy, let me also say this too, not to rant about Jamie Kennedy, but I do love him. But, you know, I think he's very, very underrated, you know, in his ability to perform and just have this amazing charisma. Wes saw that, and that was, you know, as always, a credit to Wes to allow Jamie to kind of do some improv and just utilize his strengths. And that's why he's a beloved character. It really, really is.
Yes.
Yep.
I often say that no one could play Stu except for Matthew Lillard, but I also think this applies to Randy. I feel like no one could have played that character the way that Jamie Kennedy did, and embody just, because I think with a different actor, Randy could have become an annoying character.
Yes.
If you delivered those lines wrong, or his little creepy crush on Sydney, but instead he just comes across as just a really, really fun guy, and just some of the best lines in the series. So absolutely love Jamie Kennedy.
He just stands out, and that says a lot in a movie, you know, speaking about the original right now, but that says so much in a movie where there's a lot of standout moments and performances from these characters. And again, it's a credit to him. Every time he was on screen, it was memorable, and he carried that out through 2, and obviously in this particular moment in 3. So credit to Jamie Kennedy, man. Awesome stuff. Awesome. Okay. Mayanne also has a channel member anniversary, 13 months. Woo-hoo.
Nice.
And look, she's working hard for all of us.
She is.
And directors, if any of you are watching, we all want to be in Scream 7. Hashtag Night for Ghostface. Yeah, there you go. I'd be up for doing even just the voice on the phone. Give Roger a little bit of a break, you know, or maybe there's a couple of us, you know. There you go. Thank you so much, May. And thank you so much for all your support. Seriously, we, you know, I want to say this too. And for all of you guys here on the panel too, Rachel and Jen, all of you guys that have been around and helping us, or even just cheerleading or being on panels or being in the comment section, for all of you guys in our threads on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, whatever, we really do appreciate you guys. And I just want to make sure that I express that all of us as a community, we've had so many fun times and fun and laughs, you know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate that, in the last, whatever it's been, couple of months, that's become so much more apparent to me as far as the community and the moments that we share. So I just want to take the time to say thank you to all of you guys, because that's what makes this place special, is you guys, the community. I hear that all the time, especially from guests that are on and they don't know our community. That's one of the first things they always say, is that you guys are just amazing, and it's true. So thank you guys for deciding, making the choice to be here in live streams and comments and on panels and so forth, because without you guys, it wouldn't be what it is. So, all right.
We got a few new people who came in.
Woo-hoo.
Dominic and
Hey,
Katie and Hollywood Guy.
Awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming in. Katie, what's going on? Dominic, of course, my man Dominic in the house. Hollywood Guy, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the chat. We're having some fun tonight. Continuing this thing from our stream last week. And Val reminding people to hit the like button. Val's still working hard too. All right. Thank you so much, guys. All right. Next up, let's see what we got going on next in this crazy list. We've got maybe the craziest hairstyle of all time. I don't know if Julie's still here. As our resident wig master, I always love hearing what she has to say.
Before you go forward, look at what Jeff just did.
Oh, hey, Jeff. Thank you so much. Gifting 5 channel memberships. Jeff, you're all right. Thank you so much, man. Seriously. And, again, I always say this, but I just mean it. I really do. It's such a generous and kind thing to do, because there are a lot of times, and we've heard people say it even on live chats, they want to be a member, but they may not be able to do it right now. They may not be able to support on their own. And so getting a gifted membership is something that they really treasure. So definitely show some love to Jeff. Let's see who got the memberships. I'm always curious about that. It looks like we've got, I don't see who's got it.
Okay, I can see. So it looks like it's gone to Popping the Popcorn.
Hey, Katie's back with us. All right.
The Drew Seth.
All right.
Jinzo 2400, Mark Hayes, and Ashton Luck.
All right.
Can we play like a very long super chat clip for this? Because I really need to go to the bathroom.
Sure, no problem at all. It's a good time to do it.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun with this, and also to thank Jeff for being absolutely awesome. Sometimes you got to go back to the old school when you want to celebrate with the family, and there's only one person that can lead it. You guys know who he is. Let's do it.
Treat her right. Treat her right. Treat your mother right. Treat her right. Treat her right.
M is for the moan and the miserable groan from the pain that you felt when I was born.
It never gets old. It never gets old.
Always good. Mr. T is always good.
It is, and it is. And look, let me do another one too, because we haven't done this one in a while. For all of you guys, and again, I think I said this last week, because this week on Friday, we are going to be doing a watch party, which we're really excited to do, live watch party, which we do those a lot. But we've had so many fun ones over the years, and this is a fun one that I know some people might have missed. I think we originally did it as a private stream, and then I put it out live. But definitely check out the playlist for watch parties. If you're ever alone, bored, and you need something to do, and you want to watch a movie, you can still watch it with us if you watch the replay of the watch parties. And here's a fun one that, there's no words for it. Here we go. Yeah.
Got him! Got him! Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Where do you find these?
Woo! Hey, man.
Dear.
I love that clip so much. I actually went and watched the movie. I loved it.
Nice. Oh my God.
Loved
See,
it.
see, that's what I'm talking about. I love being able to, for people that don't know certain movies or might not have seen them in a while, for them to have a fun moment with it, and so that's awesome. Very, very.
Well, I mean, I see musical theater. You know, I get
Yes.
excited.
Yes. Yep.
I hear you. I
absolutely.
hear you, Jen. Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool. Danielle said it's tea time. That's right. You gotta love them. You gotta love them. And we got some other people jumping in real quick to say hi to them. We got William in the chat. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Saying, "Hey, Night Watch Zone gang. Night, you're one cool, chill dude. Thanks, man. I love Rachel's accent as well. There you go. There you go. Welcome
Thanks.
to the chat. Welcome to this community. I think you're gonna enjoy our stuff here. Very, very cool. And we got Hollywood guy coming in with a super chat, $5 super chat. Who is the better singer, Mr. T or Rocky? I pity the fool who chooses. Kidding.
Oh, dear.
There you go. That's a good one. Oh my God, too funny. I don't know who would be the better singer. Seriously,
You got to put a clip of the two of them together.
I was just thinking that. Oh my God. Hey, look, that's what Danielle said. A duet. Hey, look, I'll do it. I'll do it, man. Woo. And look at Jamie. Jamie, very crafty, saying that owl gives me stage fright. Ah ha ha. That was good.
Mhm.
Good call. That movie is really cool as an old
That was a
school
great
slasher.
movie. I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, stage fright, man. Val putting in the link for our amazing watch parties, and I seriously do mean it, guys. We've had so much fun with those watch parties, great laughs, and also just hanging out. So again, if you guys are ever, bored, alone, not much to do, and you want to watch a movie, maybe you want to watch a movie that we have in our watch party playlist. I've got tons of them. We also have a bunch of them that we've done over on Steven's channel at Craving Something Scary. And when we all get together, it's fun. It really is fun.
Yep.
So definitely check out the watch party playlist on here and also on my man Steven's channel, Craving Something Scary, because we've had a lot of fun over there with watch parties too. And that doesn't even include our festivals, our fests, which that's almost another level of fun. So Jeff saying, looking forward to the Jaws 2 watch party. I am too, man. Oh my God. It's gonna be fun on Friday night, guys. We're gonna have, I'm not gonna give it all away. We're gonna have snacks. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
You're providing snacks?
Well, snacks for me and Coriander.
Oh, okay.
Virtual
sharing.
okay, virtual snacks, Jen. We'll be giving out virtual snacks. There you go.
I think you're a snack.
Jen.
Oh, dear. That's good. That was good.
Man. She is on the money. Thank you, Jen. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh. All right.
Here is Coriander, by the way. Why
Yes.
isn't she in the chat?
Well, you know what? The thing that's really interesting, and I know I've talked about this a little bit, with channel members, because, we have extra communication. And obviously, you guys who are moderators, it is such a challenge to do live streaming every week. It really is. It's fun as hell, no doubt. But the planning and the scheduling, and obviously making sure the household is situated, I'll just keep it at that. When you have animals and kids, it's crazy. So anyways, but no, but she's doing well and can't wait. She
Had a
can't wait.
birthday.
Yes, she did on Sunday. She did.
Yeah.
You are good with birthdays, Jen. You don't play
Well,
around.
I'm friends with her on Facebook.
there
Anybody
you
who's
go.
friends with me
There
on
you go.
Facebook, I know.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I called her my Gemini sister.
I love that. But she will be with us tomorrow night, and it's going to be a fun one tomorrow night. We're going back to the 80s, which we always love to do. That's what we love to do. May, you're too. Oh, jeez, Daniel. Okay, you guys. All right. Next up, on our list, we're going to do a couple more characters, and obviously, we're going to have to do a part 3, which is absolutely fine with me because I'm having a blast with y'all.
I
Next
think
up,
that's great. Every Monday night, that'd be cool.
it's fun. And there's so many characters. There's so
Yeah.
many characters, and there's so much conversation that you can have. But Gail from Scream 3 with the greatest bangs of all time. Rachel, what do you think about the beautiful Courtney Cox from Scream 3?
Well, fringe aside, because yes, I don't know what happened there. It's a whole disaster. I love Gail in Scream 3.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
because they didn't have Sydney, because they didn't have Nev, obviously Gail gets pushed into the forefront. And
Yeah.
I think she's so much fun. She's having, she's doing all the detective work. She's sneaking around sets. I love that scene where she sneaks into the set with the handbag and she's all like to Dewey, do you see a camera? And she's like, all right, you bought me this bag, didn't you? Mm-hmm. And it's just like, yep, you've been caught out. We've talked about this before, Night, but her and Parker Posey, the two Gail Weathers together, some of the best fun in a Scream 3 movie. So yeah, I think this Gail, she's definitely the cream. She's definitely one of the best versions of Gail. And I think that she has such a great arc in this one as well, going back into like reporting and reconnecting with Dewey. And then I love the scene at the end with her and Dewey. And yeah, just like I said, the bang, I don't know, did someone do this to Courtney Cox?
Yes.
Was someone angry at Courtney Cox? Like, did she lose a bet?
And David,
It was David's idea.
yeah.
No!
And he still jokes about it. He still jokes about it.
That's a terrible prank. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that aside, I love Gail in this movie. So she's the cream for me, definitely.
All right. Okay. Jen, what do you think?
Yes, she was definitely the cream. She was awesome. And when she decked Jennifer, that was good.
Yeah.
Because I could not stand Parker Posey. in this.
Oh, I love Jennifer Jones.
She was so annoying.
Ooh, all right.
Ooh.
It's a preview, guys. It's a preview because we haven't gotten to her yet. That's a preview. All right. So look, for me, I totally agree with you guys. This is one of the examples of how amazing Gail is as a character, and when you give Courtney something to do, something to work with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like you guys said, she was fantastic in her scenes with Dewey, the character arc that she had and the relationship with Dewey and all of that. And obviously her with Parker Posey, some real fun. I mean, as much as I would have liked to have seen more of Sydney in the film, obviously we know what was going on with the scheduling for Nev, but I think this is an example how Gail stepped up, and she filled that void quite a bit in all of her interactions. It was just so much fun. So I agree. She's got to go to the cream, man.
Nice.
Yeah,
She's got to go. Got to go to the cream. All right. Bangs and all. Bangs and all. Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. It was so funny because I've said this on live streams before too. It's so funny because I absolutely love Courtney Cox. There's no doubt about that. Like A to Z. I've been a fan of hers forever. But it's so funny because in Scream 2, her hair was amazing, in my opinion. And then in 3, it's like, what the? I remember the first time I saw her. I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, what? What did you do to my girl? It took me a while to get used to her too, man. I'm watching it and I'm like trying to like the hairstyle because I love Gail so much, and I'm just like, oh well, it's still Gail though,
She just loves to fight with a pair of hedge clippers. It's not her fault.
She did. All right. Next up, we got Liv from Scream 5. Scream 5. Going back to Scream 5. Rachel, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't love Liv. She's kind of a nothing character. I mean, we literally don't know anything about her except she apparently used to date creepy Carl Gallner and now dates Chad. And I think she was basically just there to be another number, to be another body. I mean, the boom headshot moment, that Amber gives her is fantastic because it really did come out of nowhere. But that's like literally all she does. Again, I don't think she's quite as bad as like Charlie and Ethan, and I think that's mostly because she's not really there that much. So for me, I think she's going to Billy's mother because there's really not much to do like going on with her character at all. You probably could have taken her out of the movie and it wouldn't make that difference. So Billy's mother for me.
Okay, all right. Real quick, and these guys, they agree with the cream too, but Jeff had said Gail's haircut goes to F you.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
That was good. Oh, that was good. Mayanne saying her kill is fire, though. Yeah, it was.
That is
it really
true,
was. Okay, so you're going with Billy's mother on her?
Yeah.
Okay, Jen, what do you think about Liv?
I really would have liked to have seen more. I think they really wasted some really good material because, I mean, she was a Mackenzie. They could have gone down that route.
That's right.
They could have made her a red herring.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Liv Mackenzie. I mean, they could have done so much with her, and the fact it was the actress's first movie ever. So I was like, I really wanted to see more of her.
Right.
But I think for what she did have, especially when she was talking to Mindy at the end, and like, aren't you a little scared of me and all that?
Right.
I have to give her Carnage Candy.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Moving it up to Carnage Candy.
Hi, yeah.
And this is crazy. You're all right, man. It's like I don't know where you're gonna go with it. That is awesome. That is very cool.
Val's coming in spicy again.
Yeah, Val's like, fuck you. Her character is just a bitchy girlfriend, annoying, just meh. All right. Val's not playing around. Val is not playing around. And everything that you guys said, I agree. Although I will say, I don't know if I can go to Carnage Candy because, I mean, yeah, she did what she was asked to do, but this was the problem I had with 5. I mean, I enjoy 5 quite a bit, but I do think that there was such an unbalance in the character. I mean, we've got so many characters, right?
Yeah.
And they're not able to maintain enough consistency as far as being invested in all of them. And that includes characters like Liv. Obviously, Vince too, and we know what happened with that. But still, these characters, they just didn't give it enough time to really even get to be invested in them. I wish, and I said this back when it came out, I wish they would have kept in that extra, what was it, 18 minutes that was cut or whatever. We needed that. We needed that. I really think so. And I don't know. I can't speak for all Scream fans, but I would have been fine with another 18 minutes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I really would. I mean, obviously, it's got to be executed the right way. But, I just think that they had too many characters and just couldn't juggle them the right way. So for me, I think she's got to go to Richie's father, Billy's mother.
Yeah.
That's right. Because she just didn't have enough. I mean, she was fine for what she was. But she wasn't like Charlie.
No,
she wasn't like. Sorry, Marcus. I keep referencing Marcus. So I think we got to go to Billy's mother.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's comfortable.
All right. We're gonna do one more for tonight, and this is gonna be fun. I think and this is not planned per se because I never know how long we're gonna go, but this just feels right. Our last character for tonight, you guys in the chat start throwing it out there. But Rachel, our last character is Angelina, the second ghost face of Scream 3, who is helping out Harry Potter himself. What do you think about Angelina?
Look, creepy Angelina over here. If she'd been a second ghost face, she could have been higher because I think there was potential with the character, especially the fact that she was playing Sydney. Like, there is some meta stuff to unpack there, like becoming obsessed with the character and, all of that. But she wasn't. That's the problem. She wasn't the second ghost face. And because of that, she doesn't have a lot to do in the movie. The few scenes where she is a bit of a red herring, like after the explosion or, like I said, the bathroom stall scene, they're fun scenes and they show what could have been done with the character. But again, she ends up being a bit of a nothing character. So again, for me, I think she's got to go down to Richie's father because there's just not enough to work with there. It would have been better if we'd seen the original script, and obviously, as we talked about, so many issues on Scream 3. But because they didn't end up going that way with her character, she just ends up being, again, just kind of another body. So Richie's father for me.
Okay. All right. Richie's father. Now, Jen, what do you think about Angelina?
For one thing, I will say I don't think she's dead.
Okay.
Ooh.
I
There you
definitely
go.
don't think she's dead.
Yeah.
Um, I think she had a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whether she was Ghostface or not, she was screwing Roman. She was screwing Milton.
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 Yep.
Yeah, I don't think she's as boring as she tries to appear to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's something going on there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I no, I don't think she's dead.
Okay. All right. So you think she should be in Billy's mother?
I think she's got one foot in Billy's mother and one foot in Carnage Candy.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
okay,
we'll see what
wow.
Mike says.
Okay, all right. Listen, I will say this. First of all, I'm a big fan of the character, and of course, a lot of that is the intrigue of, is she really a second Ghostface killer? As far as when you put the pieces of the puzzle of the movie together, for me, she is. Now, she's not revealed as such, so I gotta kind of think about it that way as well. Just based upon what you see of her, she has some good moments. She has some good moments. She has some creepy moments. She's obviously a red herring at one point. Even when I first saw the movie and that explosion scene, I zeroed in on that. I was just like, wow, she moved before it happened. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Mhm.
So there's a lot of intrigue for this character for me, even without the idea of, being the second Ghostface killer. So Jen, I kind of agree as far as I feel like she's one of these few characters tonight that, I could put her in Carnage Candy, but also Billy's mother. It's kind of back and forth, to be honest with you.
Yep.
It's tough. Some of these guys in the chat are going Billy's mother, Val saying Billy's mother, Mega Giant saying Billy's mother. T Parker's not playing though. T Parker's saying F you. F you. But if she was a ghost face, it would have bumped her up to Billy's mother. And I agree with that. Danielle saying she's a trend center, the only unrevealed ghost face. There
Kind of a good point.
you go.
That's kind of a good
I love
No,
that.
not the only one.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Kincaid, of course. Kincaid. We cannot forget Detective McDreamy.
Hey, you gotta watch. Anyone who just came in, you gotta watch the replay of this. This was hilarious. Zach's in the house. Welcome to the chat, Zach. Saying none of the core four should be in the top tier. They don't have strong enough personalities to make the impression. Mindy, maybe, but she's kind of derivative of Randy. Ooh, coming in hot.
Ooh,
All right.
yeah.
Coming in hot. Now I will say this, and again, real quick, as we're about to end up here. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Now, I definitely can understand that because I think 5 had some ups and downs in general. Again, we're talking about the balance issue. But I will have to say, and it's just my opinion, I think Sam in 6 was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think, for me anyways, it's undeniable. I think they basically said to Melissa, here's the keys to the car, drive us home. And she really did. From the beginning all the way up to the end, when she dropped the mask on the ground, I thought she nailed it. And for me anyways, that's what solidified her. And part of the reason why I was so dejected when we got the news about her not being in 7, because I really wanted to see where we were going to go. So that's just my quick take, but I've been pretty vocal about that for a while. But for Angelina, let's go. I think I'm going to lean to Carnage Candy, man, because of the fact that she was all right. She was okay. I didn't hate or love her, except if she was revealed as a ghost face, and she was not. You know what I'm saying? So I can kind of vibe with you on that, Jen, as far as having that one foot in the Carnage Candy, and I'll put both feet in the Carnage Candy. Both feet, man, because I do love the character because of the conversation that we can have, because some people are really on one side of the fence and others are on the other side, and some are in the middle. So, all right,
nice.
This was awesome, guys. Thank you so much. this list is looking very interesting. There's a lot of balance here, a lot of great characters, and we still have so many to go. We've got like
Yep.
45 characters left easily. So if all things work out, we will be trying to do our part 3. It may not be next week, but definitely within the next 2, depending on how my schedule is next week. But we hope that you guys that have been here tonight have had fun and will join us as we continue to try to finish off this list. And obviously, this has been a fantastic panel. So big thanks to Jen and to Rachel, and for all
Thanks
of you
for
that have been.
having me.
Yes, and me too. Very much
Absolutely.
enjoy it.
Yeah, this has been fun. It feels like going down memory lane, and through this, you know, definitely some things going on in my head about some really interesting discussions to have for future streams. So very cool.
Nice.
Thank you, ladies, so much. For you guys in the chat, make sure you hit the like button. It would really help to support the channel and this stream to get out to other folks that could be new to the community, like we've seen tonight for some folks in the chat. So please do that. And as always, we'll catch you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace. See you later.